Tonight is sleepover madness, where kids are just gonna be crazy and bothering me and driving me mad. Indy, are the kids gonna drive you mad because they're Stone's friends and they're not your friends?
Yeah.
How come you don't have any friends like Stone does?
I actually have sleepover yesterday.
Oh, okay, so you actually have friends?
Yeah.
My rose is that I went on a walk and a day date lunch date spectacular with my most beautiful wife. And my thorn is that it takes me too long to edit these videos sometimes, so I had to work on editing.
No, rose is that. Oh, Mom just gave me ketchup. That's a decent rose. And I got to watch a movie. Elmer's the best cat ever. And thanks. And yeah.
Do you have a thorn?
Hold on, let me just see the script that's right behind you. JK lol, JK lol. No, I don't have a thorn.
What was your favorite part about the movie Doctor Strange?
When Han Solo died.
My rose is that we gotta have a walk and go out to lunch today, me and you. And my thorn is I have a little sore throat and I was tired today.
Do you have a headache?
Mm-mm.
Elmer, are you trapped in here? Come on out.
No. Elmer likes it. He has a camera. Everyone say hi to the camera. Hi. Camera.
Stone, no one likes you. I'm gonna go leave you now.
I'm doing it for the video.
Crazy sleepover going on in the next room. Okay, first things first. Muscle Bros say, hey Duke, can I get a shout out? What's up, Muscle Bros?
Vanilla.
No, this is made with aged vanilla.
It's not aged. Ed Vanilla. Ed made this.
Stone.
That in there. Why Stone is really annoying always.
How annoying is Stone?
Very.
Ow!
It burns.
Do you have an ice cream headache?
An ice cream headache.
Or what is it called? Brain freeze?
Brain freeze.
Do you have a brain freeze?
No.
I only get brain freeze when water gets in here or in here.
Water.
Henry, sometimes I'm depressed because you're my friend.
Oh my gosh.
Dad, what do you vlog? Casey Neistat quit. You can quit too.
Okay, Steven Tripovic says, hi Duke. Maybe a question for your next video. You mentioned you like to travel. Where have you been and where would you like to go? Well, thank you very much, Stephen, for the question. I appreciate it. And everyone else, remember, ask me a question in the comments and I might answer it in the next video. My oldest son, Indy Fightmaster, his real name is Indiana Fightmaster. And that's because my mom and dad were born in Indiana. So every Christmas and summer growing up, I had to go back to Indiana, and to tell you the truth, I kind of hated it because Indiana sucks. Don't tell anybody. I mean, it sucks when you're a kid from California and you have no friends and you got to go to Indiana and just like look at the corn. 2 years ago, my kids' jiu-jitsu team went to Panama, and me and Leslie went with the team. So we've been there, we saw the canal, and we just hung out on the beach in Panama for a week and went surfing and watched the kids do jiu-jitsu. When I was in like 4th grade, my mom took me to Montreal, Canada for the, what is that, Science Expo? Something like that. I don't remember. When I was 17, me and my friends used to always drive down to Mexico because you could drink beer. We went to Tijuana, and we'd also camp at Rosarito. One time I drove all the way to Cabo San Lucas, and I also drove to San Felipe. And when I was 15 years old, I got arrested, and I had to do 80 hours of community service, and I went to Mexicali with my church to help build homes. So a few places in Mexico. In this vlog, we drove to Arizona, and also one time we drove to Las Vegas, and we drove to Utah to go skiing. So I've been to those places. Have you ever seen those door hanger advertisements that people put on the front doors of houses that say like, hey, shop at Kmart, and like you walk and you're like, who just put something on the front door of my house? Sir, you're interrupting my very important vlog.
Fine!
So where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by Indiana? Oh yeah, so there's these advertising companies where people put advertisements on the front doors of people's houses. And I got this odd job where it was my job to make sure that people were putting the advertisements on the people's houses and not throwing them away in dumpsters. But that's another story. But anyways, that job took me to El Paso, Texas. It took me to Albuquerque, New Mexico. By the way, in El Paso, Texas, I got first place at a comedy contest. And I did comedy at all these spots. It also took me to Oklahoma. I went to Omaha and Oklahoma City. I went to Nashville, did comedy in Nashville. Nashville is awesome. I'm trying to think where else I went for that job. I don't remember, but I got to travel for that job, and I liked the traveling part. I lived in San Francisco for 10 years. I've been there. My wife is from Buffalo, New York. I've been there. We went to Hawaii for a couple vacations and for our honeymoon. One time me and Leslie went to Costa Rica because my friend owned a fishing lodge down there. And when I went to go visit Leslie's parents in Buffalo, New York, we went to Niagara Falls on the Canadian side. So I think that's everywhere that I've ever been. Have I been anyplace else? Yes, I have been someplace else. One time, Leslie and I were in a band and we got paid to go to Boston. We played a gig in Boston back during the .com days when like businesses had a bunch of money to just like pay a band to go fly out to Boston. So I think that's everywhere I've been. I want to go to New York City. I can't believe I've never been to New York City. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Australia. Some people that do Leslie's yoga classes that are from Europe want her to come out there, and so I think that this summer in June, me and Leslie is going to do 2 yoga retreats, one in Italy and one on a Greek island. So if you live in Europe, you should go on a yoga retreat and hang out with Fightmasters. We also have a friend in Australia, so I want to go there at some point, but I don't know if we're going to make it there this year. But so that's where I want to go. Thank you very much, Stephen, for asking that question. Also, if you're watching this, comment below where you live and tell me if I should visit there, and invite me to sleep over at your house with my whole family and wreck your house, and you can make us breakfast. You don't have to make us breakfast, but tell me if I should come visit you. Where do you live? Do you want to be on the vlog? Oh my God, I'm just ready to go to bed. I need to go to the astral plane and dream of travel. I'm gonna go travel to different dimensions and other universes and different time zones. So as I go travel in my dreams, it is time for me to bid you adieu.